Hello and welcome to the Jevwood Studios episode reviews, this time with Under the Lake, written by Toby Whithouse. Now, I love Toby Whithouse's writing. I think the first thing I saw with his writing was School Reunion. So, really excited for this. He does some really good and scary stuff. So the main theme of this episode is ghosts. A base under siege by ghosts. And it's a theme that has not happened before in Doctor Who, not properly anyway, with proper ghosts. And I suppose these ones aren't either, but they're the closest we've had. Previously in Doctor Who, ghosts have turned out to be other creatures or people. For instance, the cyber invasion was ghosts, and there was the episode Hyde, which featured ghosts, sort of. So this was really good. Proper deaths are something that have to happen in Doctor Who to make it Doctor Who, I suppose. The first one with flames killing the leader of the group was perfect. I'm sorry, but a death being perfect on Doctor Who is sort of what you gotta have. The second one was tense, it was claustrophobic, and it was wet. Above all, wet. Lots of water. Drowned him, flushed him out into the lake, and he then becomes a ghost as well. And he was, I think, the most terrifying ghost of them all. Now, it's been a while since we've had a Base Under Siege episode, and I found this one very reminiscent of the David Tennant first series, the Satan Pit episode, The Impossible Planet in the Satan Pit. They did mention that it might have been an underwater base, but it wasn't, it was outer space, so it was great that they came back to the idea of having an underwater base, and I really love the name of this base, called The Drum. Another great thing about this episode was that a deaf person then played the leader of the group after the death of the first leader. Now, it's not often we have a strong role and a strong lead role for somebody with disability in Doctor Who, so it was really good that this has happened in this episode, and in such a good episode as well. The sonic sunglasses appear again in this episode. Looks like they're here to stay for a while. Oh dear. Please bring back the sonic screwdriver. Something I liked about the double-parter in Tennant that I was talking about before was that the team was so well put together, that they all got on with each other, that they all worked well together, and that's something that's replicated in this episode. In the next episode, they're splitting in half, with the Doctor taking 2 back to the past, and Clara with the other 2 staying on the base. It should be really interesting to see the dynamic change. Of course, who can forget the capturing a ghost scenes? Now, this was adrenaline-fueled action. In fact, the whole episode was adrenaline-fueled action from the very start, with different people running different places, with ghosts running or walking very quickly afterwards. It was all very good, and it was very up close in your face. Yeah, I put the picture there for a reason. Especially with the graphics of the ghosts walking through walls or coming up through the floor. It all worked very well, and you never quite knew when you were going to be safe from a ghostly attack. Something that this show has done really well in the last couple of years is deal with the topic of death. Now, we've had quite a few deathy episodes with Death in Heaven, Dark Water, last series, and now this, in this series. It's very good to know that they can deal with such a strong topic in such a good way without sort of scaring anybody too much. And this is always helped by lightening the mood a bit with certain scenes, for instance saying that the ghosts are a bit murdery, or the flashcards. The flashcards were very funny. Clara is trying to teach the Doctor, obviously, to behave in a more friendly and personal way, but he's just not getting the hang of it. Let's talk about the ending of this episode, the cliffhanger. The Doctor and Clara have been separated. The Doctor goes back to his TARDIS with 2 of the crew and takes off to go back in time to before the flood, before the lake was formed. Clara and the other 2 are left, and they see something really haunting. The most haunting part of this episode is what they see out of the window, and it's the Doctor as a ghost. So whatever happens back in time is going to lead to the Doctor's death. once again. That was not expected. So overall, what do I think of this episode? Well, it's the best episode of Doctor Who I have seen in a long time. It's certainly the best Peter Capaldi episode, and I know I said that before about all of the episodes previously, but this one has got to be the best and scariest episode since Blink back in 2007. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the underwater theme and the ghosty theme, as I've said a lot. I've said the word ghosts too much, and there'll probably be more of that next week. What did you think of the episode? Do please tell me in the comments below, and also tell me what you think about the new format to my episode reviews. As you can see, it's different to the other two episodes or the other reviews that I've done. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's all. See you next week for Before the Flood.